Gary Vee is, instead of saying just come to a party, which is cool, he's saying come to a conference and learn from the best in the world.
And
so
it's a three-year conference.
3 years. So you buy a Gary Vee friend, and now you've got 3 years of coming to his conference. This is going to be something special, and this, I think, is the beginning, the very taste of what's to come with value of creation of NFTs.
I think we might have created a firestorm.
You tickled something with that one.
So we're sitting here enjoying a cocktail, talking about life, but really, we had a conversation around NFTs. I said, well, have you seen this post? And really, the post wasn't meant to make anybody angry, and though there were some people went off, and people were like, there was about 50, and there's 700 comments, I went through every single one. There's 50 comments at least that refer to, well, if I could go into the Louvre and take a picture of the Mona Lisa, I can put it on my wall. Literally 50 people use that exact same thing. To the point where we were at Samsung's booth at CES today, and they have a framed TV on the wall with Mona Lisa. So I actually dropped that video into the chat of the comments. But the point with NFTs is this. Right now, we're in a very, very precarious position. We've created a technology that seems to have great potential. We seem to be able to reward artists beyond the single first sale. So if I paint a painting, I can sell it to you. Now, if you sell it for 10 times more, I don't get anything out of that. But now with NFTs, I get a subsequent, as the artist, I get subsequent payments. This is great for democratizing art creation, or creators in general, really creating opportunities for economics for creators. Now, what this also does is it creates a lot of unknown uncertainties in the world, and crypto is one of those things that's still working itself out. People are losing their wallets. Just today, OpenSea had to freeze $2.2 million worth of Bored Apes because it's unstable. We need to figure out where the value is created, where people are actually going to keep their money, because right now it's very speculative and bubbles pop. And we saw this with the ITO craze in 2016, and a lot of people in the next, my guess is 60 to 90 days, are going to lose a lot of money, because when the bubble pops, all of those, like Bored Apes will maintain, the CryptoPunks will maintain, the CryptoKitties, the original ones that were there, the PFPs that were there, they will retain their value. But all the knockoffs, the Bored Apes, and all of the the knockoffs, right? The boardroom apes or something like this, things that people and unsuspecting people buy them and they don't know. So this is what we need to curb, and we need to really think ethically about this whole NFT thing, because it is one of those things that we can either make this a crazy technology for humanity, or we can right now and it's ruined for everybody.
Tell us, Alan, while we just carry on for one more minute or two, about after value with NFTs. We know that CryptoKitties and stuff like Bored Apes and some of them are just a JPEG, are just a PNG. But talk us, like we were just talking about VFriends,
Sure.
Talk about real world events attached to NFTs, things that have after value.
And this is, so you got to think, this is only being invented now as we speak. Like, people are literally, Gary Vee has sat down and go, okay, people are selling photographs or images or JPEGs or digital art. But there's, other than the art value, which is great, there's not any other value. So Bored Apes, for example, they said, okay, not only can you use the image for whatever you want, use it as your profile pic, use it as your company logo, whatever, you own the right to the image. But you now, by having ownership of that ape, have access to private parties, private things. Now, Gary Vee is, instead of saying just come to a party, which is cool, he's saying come to a conference and learn from the best in the world.
And
so
it's a three-year conference.
3 years. So you buy a Gary Vee friend, and now you've got 3 years of coming to his conference. This is going to be something special. And this, I think, is the beginning, the very taste of what's to come with value of creation of NFTs. I mean, we're working on a mall right now. And one of the cool things about what we're doing is you mint your avatar. Now your avatar stays with you. You can dress your avatar, you can wear different things, you can buy things, you can buy whatever. That's part of it. But now, as you collect points, as you go to maybe brands more often, those brands can now reward you with shows, private events. And now, as your avatar gets more and more swag, I would say, and swagger, now you can go to different things, and your online avatar becomes who you are in the digital world. And I think that's super cool. And we're working on this. Some other people are working on Decentraland and Sandbox and even Roblox. But I think people are going to want to swagger in different ways, and you're going to have different people go to these different worlds. So I think there's room for everyone. We're at the very beginning of this, and when you marry NFTs and XR 3D virtual worlds, and then eventually AI with AI bots that make it all fun. You don't know if you're talking to a human or AI. Like, it's going to get crazy in the metaverse. So I'm really excited for the upcoming world that we're doing. But one thing, and this is one thing that I have to caution each and everybody building these things, because the metaverse is going to be built by everyone, and everyone is responsible to make this in an ethically and principled way. We can't be scamming people. It cannot happen. We have to call people out on this. If you see Decentraland instead of Decentraland, and that spoof site is then capturing people's wallet and stealing all their stuff, you have to report these things. We cannot have these anomalies, these horrible people ruining it for everyone. So I wrote a Metaverse manifesto recently where it's really talking about the ethics and principles behind this, and we're going to turn it into a working document. It's going to be an NFT in itself, and the idea is that instead of buying the NFT, you're signing and agreeing that you abide by the principles, the guidelines, and ethics as pertain to the DAO you are now joining, and everybody gets to contribute to it, and we're going to make it as short and concise and effective as possible, and I'm really excited. Thank you so much, everybody, for watching this long-winded video from the Conrad Hotel in beautiful Las Vegas, Nevada. CES 2022. Cheers.